these haters that want it, homie, I keep it 100. Never front it while you stunning, acting like you hate it, but really want it.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and happy Easter. This is Green Bear, aka the best Scarab boner, and today we're going to talk about what we have viewed up to this point in the Disney Plus Moon Knight series, and how it may all be building up to Kang the Conqueror. But first, due to a poor showing from my guy Boba Fett recently in his own show, I'm bound by the code of betting ethics to state for the record, at the beginning of this, and for one more video, that Felicity was right, I was not. Boba Fett lacked a well-written plot. And before we get started, I need everyone watching right now to smack that like button like it owes you money and tap that subscribe ever so gently before you ring that bell. Now, to preface this video, if you watched my last one, then you know we've already established some connections to Kang via the Scarab. While in this show, the Scarab has yet to be revealed as having any real power other than serving as a compass leading to Ammit, we know from the source material, more specifically Moon Knight Annual 2019, that the Scarab can potentially be way more powerful than the Disney Plus show has revealed. In this particular comic book, Kang attempts to steal this and two other artifacts from Khonshu. The Scarab is defined as being able to rip through the fabric of time, and that should be enough to allude to why it would be valuable to the likes of Kang. Kang ends up changing reality and Moon Knight chases him through time, teaming up with a number of other Moon Knights throughout history in fighting Kang and restoring reality ultimately in the end. Anyway, it's a good read and pretty quick. It was huge that the show involved an Easter egg like this so early, because to me, it's a sign that Moon Knight is going to be a piece of the larger picture. Although there's been talk about Oscar Isaac not having a long-term contract like other actors in the MCU before him, Kevin Feige has stated in the past that Marvel may stray away from those types of long-term contracts, which I believe is because Marvel knows they can get these actors now. They don't have as big of a need to lock in big names like they did early on, because let's face it, the MCU basically is the movie industry at this point. Whether or not this series will ever hint at the Scarab containing more power related to time is uncertain, but I don't think they chose this particular artifact by accident. Time travel in the multiverse is the big picture for the MCU at this point. Even if this artifact was introduced as something they can potentially bring back after this series introduces Ammit, which seems inevitable, it's now only the first nod to Kang of the series. The reason I'm coming back to this topic for this video now is because I was actually considering doing a whole video just on the Scarab, and then I watched one of my favorite YouTube channels make another connection to Kang. In addition to the Scarab's implications that we already talked about, New RockStars made an amazing observation that needs to be talked about. Remember that kid that Mark almost punched, but instead held back and slapped, then hesitated to hold over the ledge until Khonshu talked him into it? Big respect to New RockStars for noticing a scene in which we get a glimpse of the kid's jean jacket. It's subtle, but you can see here that the logo shown is actually Rama-Tut, a variant of Kang. In the comics, this Kang variant travels back to ancient Egypt and convinces people to worship him as a god. Not only does the pattern here replicate Rama-Tut, but the slight coloration of purple and green also is meant to represent Kang. Now, I'm no insider, just a regular guy, but Eric from New RockStars all but has it confirmed that this is an intentional mention of Kang from a crew member of the Moon Knight set. This is huge, because we now have two clear connections to Kang in this show. Check the description for that by New RockStars, and again, great catch by Eric and his team. So what does all this mean? Why have we gotten two clear references to Kang already? It seems likely this show will head in at least somewhat of the same direction the Lemire run of Moon Knight went, with Mark Spector and his authors believing they're committed to a mental institution. In trailer footage is shown an eventual showdown between Moon Knight and a powered-up Arthur Harrow. So I'm not sure how much room there would be for an actual Jonathan Majors appearance in the series, and if anything, we could get some kind of a post-credit scene. But even then, I'm not sure how it all ties together. All I know is if we continue to see Kang Easter eggs leading up to the finale, anything is possible. The fact that we're only halfway through this series and we're already getting these Easter eggs is honestly giving me flashbacks to Loki. We got similar Kang vibes and Easter eggs during that show, but no one believed he'd actually appear in that series. Again, for now, I'm not saying Kang will appear in the Moon Knight series, but we are sure getting some hints that there's a connection. And for all the talk before the show started about how it'd be mostly an inclusive Disney Plus show, that's slowly being proven wrong. From the GRC logo to a Madripoor mention, and now the two Kang Easter eggs we've already talked about, The series is very much in the MCU universe, and anything can happen before it concludes. If you've watched up until this point, and you're as hyped as I am, leave a comment and let me know about it. I do have another video I'll drop either Monday or Tuesday talking about connections between Moon Knight and Thor: Love and Thunder, and I'm probably going to do a live stream Tuesday night, where we might even just review that 2019 annual. And also, look out for another video I'll be releasing later this week that I'm really excited about, relating to the mystery character in Doctor Strange 2: Multiverse of Madness. So stay tuned. And did I mention subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss them? That's all I have for today. Hope everyone's having or has had a great Easter Sunday.